love to live here. If I lived here, mate, it'd be that, mate. Yeah. More people fishing the other dock. Okay, thank you very much. Just said, does anyone fish here? She said they fish in the other dock more. But she said they fish more now. So obviously she didn't speak much English. So. And I like that we don't know anything. Like we've been given a few potential areas, but no one's actually told us, oh, they come out from here, or this is good. That kind of makes it more fun.
They're fishing here, they're fishing over there, they're fishing everywhere.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Well, it's not about what he knows about fishing, but if he's seeing people catching carp in certain areas, he might say, no one ever fishes here, you know? It's all going on here, isn't it?
I'm going to have to stop you there, guys, sorry. Where are we? Who are we? And what are we doing? Let me take you back a little bit. There we go, that'll do. Actually, to be honest, we probably don't need to see another road trip scene, do we? Man gets on Eurotunnel, man gets off Eurotunnel, man fills out a petrol, man buys some snacks, man gets back in the van, man covers many miles. You get the picture, we've seen it all before. Oh, actually, to be honest, this bit is kind of important. It's his birthday.
Hello, Mother. Can you hear me?
Yeah, just about. It's Jake, he's ringing you back.
Hi, mate.
Hello, did you call me earlier?
Yes, and happy birthday.
Thank you, thank you.
23, you never been kissed.
23, I'm 24, you donut.
Yeah, be careful, don't go into them strip clubs.
We're not going to go to any strip clubs. We're going to go to a nice bar, and then we're getting up first thing in the morning to go fishing. So
Start well and reeling fast.
we will. £40 canal carp. That's what we're going for.
I had a £3 gooding last night.
Right then. Speak to you soon.
Alright, mate.
See you later.
Enjoy yourself.
Thank you. Bye.
How rude of me. I forgot to introduce us. That's Jacob, the star of the show. At least I'm kind of hoping he's the star of the show, but I suppose that remains to be seen. And that's me. Kind of. I'm the lucky devil that gets to follow him around with the camera trying to capture his highs and lows, of which there are many. I'm kind of hoping there's a fair few in this to keep us all entertained. Right, the big one. Where are we? Now I've left a few clues, giveaways even. The keen-eyed among you may have picked up on these. Forum writing, Dutch for boat. Thanks Google. Road sign. Okay, that's a bit of a tricky one. Famous Dutch bicycle. God, they're everywhere. Iconic Dutch architecture. We're in none other than Amsterdam. Amsterdam, known around the world for a number of reasons, depending on, let's say, your views. If we were to take the more PG route, we'd meander down the cobbled back streets, passing the museums, art galleries and picture-perfect architecture that adorns the famous canal systems of Amsterdam. An Amsterdam that dates back to the 12th century, where the city started its life as a small fishing and trading village. The 16th century brought about the completion of the canal system, expanding the city 4 times over, giving it the most intricate. Blah, blah, blah. As interesting as that history lesson could have been, we ain't here for that. We're here for a
£40 canal carp, that's what we're going for.
You got to dream big. It's out there somewhere. Let's go get it. Oi, Jacob.
You're alive.
Come on, mate, get up. With it being this one's birthday the night before, the morning after hasn't exactly started so well, as you can see.
Oh, simple things. I'm getting old and I need something to rely on. Mate, this is an old school banger. Mate, I don't like listening to aggressive music in this fine hour. Listen. This is curing my hangover. Let's go fishing, mate. They look unbelievable straight away. Shots. Jaeger bomb.
I mean, come on, what better way to get around the city of bicycles than a bicycle itself? This city has more bicycles than people. I mean, that's actually a fact, by the way. and we still can't get hold of one.
So it's right next to the supermarket, Albert Heijn.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you very much for your help. No worries, thank you. Have a nice day.
Hey.
Hi, how are you?
Open for it. There's an inlet from the river. And there,
So where the river comes into the canal.
through here in the map.
Yeah.
Not only did this kind gentleman give us 2 bikes, he also gave us some pointers.
So the river comes into
I mean, he wasn't a fisherman himself, or at least I don't think he was. But then again, he did have tattoos, and he was bald. Yeah, but he weren't wearing camo. Anyway, he was a local, and as Jacob keeps telling me, they don't have to be fishermen. It's about what they've seen or heard. And any little nugget of information is a hell of a lot more than what we rocked up with.
Yeah, if you counterbalance, it's okay.
I'll be fine.
Yeah.
So light and heavy with that bucket. Smooth bikes, aren't they? Very smooth. This is where they get. This not no. They don't go swimming in here. Oh, they're swimming now. No way. It's just fish food.
Ah,
Do you ever see any fish here?
yes, sometimes really big carp. And a certain day they'll swim like 20 times round that ship.
Really?
And they'll just be sucking all their algae. The ones, but there's sometimes like 20 of them all together swimming in like a herd.
That's what you want to hear, innit? That's exactly what you want to hear. I definitely feel more confident now. Literally, because from the steps, look, over there, we can literally cast right where them boilies are, look. That's a backdrop and a half though, isn't it, all that? No, it's an easy cast, straight down the middle of them 2 boats. That one there, which is where I threw all the bait, so we want to be casting basically a couple of rods in between them boats. Where are we going to put our bivvy though? Bed chair on the steps. I get screaming in the middle of the night and jump out of my bed, and on a lower step and fall straight in the dock. Just really bad cyclists, or is it just everyone's going faster than us? Now it's looking like a river a little bit more. There's just so much water. Wait, let me film some on my phone. I can't believe how much water there is.
Yeah, there is a lot of water in Amsterdam. Canal after canal, heading in each and every direction, leading you out of the city into lake. I mean, more like inland sea. Huge bodies of water. Then it's back into the city via another canal, which then splits up into even more canals, which after a few more diversions end up working their way into smaller, narrower canals that then feed into marinas and docks. Then it's back into the sea and into another lake or dock or river. It's an absolute maze, and one we've just thrown ourselves into.
Just showing off really, that isn't it? Imagine having a house there, garden backing onto the water, forget fishing, just having a little boat. Come on, kids, wife, off in the boat, drive up the river, through the canals, you're into the middle of the city, go out for a few drinks in a bar, drive back. It's actually beautiful, mate, but we haven't really done anything else about the fishing, have we? We've come about, what do you reckon we've done, 6-7 miles? One bloke said to us, oh yeah, it's nice down there, we swim in there, it's clear. It's not clear. So, but it's a nice cycle.
Oh, good God.
That was like Mario Kart. Bike shop's closed. Where do we tie him up?
Thankfully, it's time to ditch these death traps after a day of trying to stay alive and look for carp at the same time. We didn't actually see much. Actually, to be honest, we didn't see anything at all. But it helped us cross off a few areas, you know, mainly because of the fact that we just don't have the time to be fishing big rivers. I mean, it's all a bit of a stab in the dark, let's be honest, but at least at this spot, we've got a little bit of confidence that carp have at least been seen here.
I reckon even if we stocked 1,000 carp in here, we still might have periods of not having a clue where any fish are. stab in the dark in it, but I'd love to catch one. That's what I'm saying, I wanted to, and you said why don't you just do one and have all three one? Because they might not want to feed on that boat. You know what I mean? You're trying to locate where they want to be feeding. And then once you find that, then you bait that one spot. But obviously you know more than me, so what?
Oh no, a lot more than you, mate, yeah.
I'm gonna flick this up there and I'm gonna walk it down and hand place it, I think. Basically exactly the same as what we do in London on the canal. It's just that this canal's about 400,000 acres and we don't know if there's any carp in it.
Two mates in a new country, sleeping on a set of steps in the middle of a city. Rods out, and on paper, not a hope in hell of catching a carp. Still though, we sat up into the early hours like we normally do, chatting all things fishing. What do you reckon they're going to look like? Well, I don't know, mate, to be honest. Dark? Scaly? No, I don't know, you know. I reckon slate grey. Big sloping heads. I wonder how many are in it. Yeah, it's a good point. Probably not many in front of us right now. Well, you never know. There could be. Yeah, but probably not. Plenty other places they could be. Yeah, but what if? What if they are under the boat now? Imagine if we actually caught one. Like really, if we actually caught one from here. Where'd you have the photos? We actually thought we had a chance.
I've literally had 4 hours in between 3 bream. If the bream on the spot, the carp can't be far away. Where could they be? Oh wait, yeah. It could be 40 miles down the canal somewhere.
Thank you very much. Have a lovely day.
That was nice though, it was cool there, wasn't it? If we caught one there, it would have been unbelievable. That's beautiful though. Look at that. Started casting up against this. There's a lock. Well, it's nice to see that they can't always get in and out and move around. It's got canals feeding into it. You don't know where the fish are coming from. It's a nice little cafe. Can't really see that much. A bit of an air of mystery. It's quite nice, I thought.
Amongst all the pins that were sent to Jacob, we got the heads up of the little park lake on the outskirts of the city. It had a lovely little sleepy vibe to it and was easily a place where we could get distracted for a few days. It had a few gems in there too, but the aim is a canal carp and tomorrow we'll have to get back onto that.
In spring, it's a month later.
It gets clearer.
The lily beds come up.
It's clear.
You see them by
It's clearer.
Yeah.
So we're just here too early.
yeah, you're too early. Yeah, definitely.
I think we've come here at the worst time, to be honest. Early April. That local said last night, didn't he? Very difficult lake. Very bad time of year. We're like, really? Yeah, you want to be here in a month's time.
Right, I'm cutting it short. That's a wrap. Pulling the plug. We're done. 4 nights, 4 blanks. Trust me, you really don't want to see the rest. I'm doing you a favour. And it's at this point we're both thinking, We have bitten off way more than we can chew. Are we out of our depth? Was the dream really too big? Look, we had fun. We had a lot of fun, in fact. We explored a new city, covered a load of miles, figured things out for ourselves and learned a few lessons along the way. That's what it's all about, right? Lesson 1. The right time of year is important. They just hadn't woken up yet. Lesson 2. Do more research. It's fun to wing it, but local knowledge is gold. Lesson 3. Watch out for bikes. They're everywhere.
We're going to get hit by all these bikes.
Oh, we're not giving up, by the way. We never give up. We make it happen. At least we've now got to make it happen because our jobs are on the line. I'm awaiting that call from the boss. Have you caught anything? Do we have a film in the bag? Sorry, boss. We're going to Amsterdam again. We're back. A new energy, a new plan, a new line of attack. Still the same time frame, 4 days, so not a lot of time. But something just feels better this time around, you know? The sun's out, the temperature is up. Feels good.
The next shoot after you got told off. I get told off for not...
Oh yeah, how did I forget? We have a new member to the crew. Meet Oliver, aka Eggman.
Look at him getting all creative again. All the boys said that last time me and Brad caught nothing because we just went partying the whole time. No, we went out on my birthday in the red light district on the first night. Granted, Brad had a couple too many, so the next morning he was a bit lagging. But other than that, we fished the whole time, but mate, the weather was awful.
This time, we have a plan. A loose plan, but a plan nonetheless. Get on our feet, get on the bikes. Okay, maybe not the bikes. Get in the van and get around as many of the pin drops as we can until we catch one. And as we found out on the first trip, it's a big, big old place. They could literally be anywhere. So let's get out of this car park and go find them. His phone wouldn't stop pinging. Instagram, text, calls, information from all directions. I mean, the picture was building, but the problem now though, we had a lot of pins and not a lot of time.
If you can speak to anyone who's got any likely areas on the canals in the city.
He's an absolute Jedi.
Yeah, if he's got some good canal pins, mate, that we can pre-bait and have a look at. If we can't find any carp, that'd be ace.
Yeah. You can get to him in the red light, you know.
Well, everyone said that, but they've not given me areas. They've just said, walk round and you'll find them.
That whole stretch there, and wherever that little bit of it, where that channel goes, will be prime stalking. So there'll be lilies, snags, weed beds. Should be able to see the fish quite easily, my mate reckons.
This is a canal, yeah?
Yeah, these are all the back channels, yeah.
So I've just sent you a screenshot. We fished there last time, but further down it goes into a lake. So we'll just venture from the lake all the way down that stretch where you've pinned.
They come out of the lakes and they go into the channels, apparently.
I've been given that pin a few times. I think that's quite a hot spot, that little lake. And then the second one, I've also been given that pin, that big lake with channels coming into it. Someone else gave me that one as well. So they're obviously pretty decent spots because a few good sources have given me them.
Get somewhere for the night tomorrow, get on the moves, mate. I think that'd be the best outcome, to be honest, fella.
What did he say about the little canal stretches in the city? Just try and see if you find carp, or did he say it's pretty pointless?
You can't hardly reel in. There's thousands of bikes in the canals, like pedal bikes, like thousands of bikes, mate, and they're all covered in zebra mussels as well.
Right, okay. Sweet, mate, legend.
Right, goes up.
Nice one, Samir. Appreciate that, mate.
In a bit, Jacob.
See you later, bro. Nice one.
All the best now.
You too. 3 people have given me. I've had 2 pins 3 times. Yeah, it's just whether the carp, because like that guy told us last time, if you remember the guy we met at the lake, he told us the carp go in the lakes to spawn and in the spring, and then in the summer they all venture off into the little canals. Yeah. So we might already be at the point where they're all spread out everywhere and we might have to chase them round, but we'll see.
We wanted to keep a few of our original spots. Some of them just had that feel. But when a certain location keeps cropping up in different conversations, they become no-brainers. We whittled it down to a handful of pins. A few lakes, the easier option, and the rest canal spots and what seemed the impossible option. we resulted in the tried and tested tactic of the process of elimination. If it felt good, put some bait in. If you saw one, fish for it. If it didn't feel good, move on. The latter being the more common outcome of the three.
Deja vu, innit? I think last time we walked here it was night time on it with all the gear when we fished the steps. But I remember that woman saying, yeah, we come here on a summer break, there's always carp swimming all around this boat. I went, what, that boat right there? Yeah. Sure they're not bream? No. Big fish. I remember going to, that'll do. Hopefully they're there now. That was a floppity flop. Saw 17 carp though, sitting on the surface. All over 50 pounds. Saw about 30 carp. Yeah, literally 30 carp all around that boat. Nothing under 50 pounds, all absolutely massive. So just put the whole bucket on there. Yeah. No, I don't think that. Nah, I'm talking absolute rubbish. If I did, I'd be down there now fishing. Right, let's go. Next boat. Next one. I'm thinking, in these conditions, we've got absolutely no chance of finding any, even a glimpse of a carp in this bit of canal. The same carp that's in this bit of canal, 3 miles up, is then in that massive inland sea lake. Yeah, it's mad. Brad's bite. I was hoping this would be a lock and a lock, a little stretch of canal. Fish definitely in there. Sick. No. It goes into the 90-acre lake further up. Isn't it though? It's just like, it's mental. This is like a lifetime's worth of fishing. And here we plonk up for 2 nights. Yeah, we'll go on. We've got 2 nights. We'll find them. Will we? Will we find them though, Samir? Samir, will we find them? Give them the bait. They'll come. What we're saying, same as last time, Brad. Some on the left, some on the right. I'm baiting where the lake comes into the canal. It's the same stretch, just a bit further down. That's the bit that goes into the lake. That is it. So we want to be looking to bait around this area.
It's been a long old day. Lots of time spent on our feet, walking, looking again. But to be honest, it's been time well spent. We've narrowed it down to 3 pins. The spot we ended up in on our first trip, if you can remember that, this spot, and the one that we'll check out tomorrow. But for now, it looks like the lads are cooking us some dinner. What have we got here then? Pasta. Is that a bit of bacon I see? Oh, that's it. No expenses spared there then, lads. Can't wait for that. I suppose all that's left to do now is set up a few scopes, send them out there and get our heads down. See what pin drop number 1 can bring. And that is the power of information.
Absolutely screamed off. Brad, I'm in!
I mean, a pretty lacklustre fight, but she was ours. And the first points on the board, the much needed confidence boost. You'd think the energy levels would be sky high, wouldn't you? But this guy wasn't satisfied.
First Amsterdam carp has to be a canal carp. That doesn't count. That was just a minor pit stop for the first night. Come on.
That's better. Now the energy levels are up. First carp of the trip. I think we're too caught up with this dream of catching a 40-pound canal carp. Enjoy it. What's that saying again? Smell the roses? Yeah, alright mate, fair enough. I did say enjoy it, but any chance you could just dial it back a tad? Right, let's get out of it. Let's go bait up. Now this spot, this is what it's all about. A canal opening up into a huge body of water, big structures, a marina, a smaller canal feeding in from the city. I don't know about you, but this spot screams Carp. Spending a lot of time in a van together, as we normally do on these types of shoots, you get to know someone and their music tastes quite quick.
Miserable, isn't it? I don't want to listen to songs about women.
That's not a... Come on, stop being so miserable.
You're about to say it ain't about a woman, weren't you?
I was, yeah, but just play the damn song.
Oh, is this Bieber?
Yeah.
Oh.
Pin drop 2, the OG spot from the first trip. A cool spot, 2 different canal systems entering a fair sized body of water. The spot we're in, we get access to the entry points of both canals, and with it being later on in the year than our last trip, you'd like to think the Carp are making use of these channels.
Or I can put one over there on a single, one over here on a single, and one just on the platform and leave that little left bit that I baited. I reckon there's going to be a lot of bream that have been feeding on that bait. Oh no. No way. I'm going to put 22mm cultured hook baits on. I'm not having that. The others I've got tiger nuts tied up. This one I just thought I'd chance it and put a wafter on. Not having that. I remember when we come here last time we got breamed out, didn't we? Yeah, nah, can't have that, no.
Bream?
About 5 and the hook baits are getting bigger and bigger. But just gradually stepping them up. Soon I'm going to have 14 of these on there. Could be a liner to be fair, there's a lot of bream out there. I think that's just a liner or a coot. It's going to be a long night. Yeah, just give me that.
Try grilled? Yeah.
We were fully prepared for another night of being plagued by the bream. But we hoped that having the positive mindset of what if the next one is the one would be enough to get us through the bream and eventually get ourselves a carp.
It's going to be a long night for me, but I'm not going to have any excuse that I didn't catch because I didn't put the rods back out. The ball of tigers. I mean, that's not exactly a massive ball of tigers, but it's just enough to stop the horrible snotters sucking it in. I think I had one on so I put cultured on one of the rods, one bream on that, but it was like side hook, so foul hooked. So that went back out on one of the rods. That's not gone again. I've got like a doubled up tiger and pop up on one, and then that was what my spare to go back out. So I don't think the bream, they're still feeding, but they can't handle the longer hair. But there's no amount, I'm just going to keep putting the rod back out. There's no amount of bream that will stop me. Come on. No bream, mate. I went to sleep and I was like, we're not going to catch a carp. I'm so tired, mate. I don't know how long it's been, but yes. The whole point was to get up from the canal and just swim out of it and literally be anywhere. They can just swim up there and end up in that big reservoir. So if you get one, it's a nice feeding.
A wicked little comment. It does make you think though, where has he been and how far has he travelled? Is he a resident to this part of the canal, or has he just spent 2 nights in the canals of the red light district before ending up here? Where is he going next? He could literally be on the other side of the city in no time. Crazy. Blows my little mind.
Maybe 18, 19 pounds.
18, 19 pounds? Great catch, man.
Cheers, man.
Congratulations.
In comes Storm Polly. I was going to say get out of this storm, but I think it's covering the whole of the Netherlands for the rest of the day. So fine shout at least.
That was one hell of a storm. She wasn't a happy girl at all. Polly, I think her name was. force us into a nice coffee shop there.
Lovely weather. Gorgeous.
Really, old?
You reckon I'll catch carp? With not much to go off, I'm sceptical, but for this kind of fishing, the weather's good, isn't it? If I lost the carp on here, I'd be devastated. Because it just does look like the place where you're going to pull out a 40-pound slate grey old crusty mirror, doesn't it?
I mean, he's not wrong there. This place does have a certain vibe to it. But I wish he wouldn't talk about losing fish.
I can't believe it, bro.
Right, that has probably just caught you off guard. And to be honest, it's caught us off guard. We've literally only just got here, and I'm talking minutes. Either Jacob is really good, or that bait has worked. I think it's the bait.
That's what we needed. It's a good one, Brad. It's a good one. Oh yeah, it's 30. Come on, come on, come on. Get in there! That's big. 20 seconds. Oh, yes! Come on!
Said this spot, didn't I? Did I say this spot?
Sometimes things just fall in place. Okay, yes, there is an element of luck involved, but if the motivation is there and a desire to make it happen,
Shoulders on it.
then the good moments will come.
Yeah. Pristine one, isn't it? 37.2. 37 pounds.
Okay, fair enough. It's not the 40-pounder we set out for. Do we care? Do we? It's a ridiculous carp from a ridiculous water system. I mean, come on. If you're not over the moon with that, you're doing the wrong thing.
You're saying it felt right. You two are definitely more confident than me. Just the expanse of water and the fact they're not held just to catch one that quick, mate, honestly. And then we rocked up here, flung a rod out. Yep, 37 pounder. It's mad, isn't it? 100 anglers fishing this lake. They still wouldn't know the stop, would they? Because literally there's 3-4 exits that go to another res, but that's what makes it mad. You know, how many times did me and you said, especially when we came in what was it, early April, March time, when we said like, imagine that would be like the dream if we caught like a 35, imagine it ripped now and had a 35 pounder. I don't think it's massive, but it's must be plenty of them in here.
Amsterdam treated us well in the end. I mean, she made us work for it, but eventually she offered up the good times. It's a crazy, crazy place, it really is. 60 miles of canal systems that run through the city, opening up into lakes, marinas, rivers, all connected. There's a lifetime worth of fishing to be done, maybe even a few. And even then I don't think we'll scratch the surface. This last bit of action proves how nomadic they really are. As quick as they came, they're gone.
Pull the pylons down and wrap them around the necks Cause men the queue to be the next. Bream. La 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 la. QQ jumpers, rockets, they are sizzlers. La 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 la, linger flowers. They choir in your who flies a heartland where the temple. Our treasure, pleasure, leisure, leisure, it's all in your eyes. In your snatch with pleasure, a bounty pleasure.
I suppose the moral of this story is just get out there, have some fun, grab some gear, you really don't need much, chuck it in your mate's motor and drive.